In today's episode, we will talk about the 4 top learnings that I learned as an alpinist over the years.
(1953) Hillary and Tenzing stand on top of the world. Fixed ropes, oxygen, big teeth. 1978 Messner and Haveler go without oxygen. 1980 the first winter ascent. Polished grid at its finest. Everest becomes crowded, commercialized, predictable. No oxygen, no Sherpa support. In winter, when winds reach 250 kilometers per hour. When Everest feels like 9,136 meters. Alone on the difficult West Ridge. This is about redefining what's possible. This is Jost Kobusch's Everest.
You have to define success on your own terms. I'm not chasing records for publicity. My projects are always deeply personal. They are about exploration, the journey into the unknown, figuring out what I'm capable of as an athlete, as a human being. If your goals are defined by others, like social media, sponsors, or you're comparing yourself, you will take the wrong risks. True fulfillment comes from climbing in alignment with your own values. And that sounds really simple, but it took me years to figure out that this is actually how I thrive and how I also get the most out of my performance. And ultimately, I'm the happiest that way.
One of the very big lessons that I learned over the years is that turning back is strength, not failure. This route here, I actually tried already 3 times, and it's not a hard route. The first time, too much avalanche risk. We climbed the first pitch and then it was just becoming unstable, so we just went out. Second time, my climbing partner got frostbite, and yeah, there was no second thought. It was like, let's go down, warm up the feet as soon as possible. Third time, I actually shouldn't have gone here. I was way too tired after an expedition. We ran out of time and it became too late. So after the first pitch, we're like, okay, we're going. It takes strength to take these difficult decisions, to turn around. And also your ego is like, look, it's an easy route. If we're like turning around now, how does that look like? No, it's not about those short-term achievements of this route, which is like maybe even meaningless in the grand stream of things. It's more about consistently showing up, putting in the work, and taking smart decisions that help you make progress in the long term. And risking frostbite here isn't worth anything. I'll have a quick second run at the icefall. And if there's something that I learned over the years, it's radical self-responsibility. Alone on Everest, it's up to me to take the decisions. And here, I choose the equipment, I choose the route, I decide what I want to do. Ultimately, that accountability, that's about your own survival. You need to be sure of what you're doing, and nobody else can take these decisions for you.
I don't think solo climbing is irresponsible. I think we are responsible for our own actions. And I think people that actually do solo climbing I mean, they started at some point and they have to push their limits, so...
As a young alpinist, I thought it was cool to show up totally unprepared, but if there's something that I learned over the years, it's that preparation is an act of respect. And respect for the mountain means not relying on luck. It means studying weather charts, studying the route, of course, acclimatization strategies, even in my profession, conducting my own research. A lot of the learnings that I named in this video, I didn't know when I was a young alpinist. And I wish there would have been somebody like me to take me by the hand and help me avoid some of the big mistakes that I made. And so I'm trying to give back, and once per year I have an altitude academy, and that's where, for example, Brian appeared. Brian is a young alpinist that I'm mentoring. He's in Chamonix currently, and we're talking a little bit about his projects. And my job is basically to hold him back and keep him alive, because just as I was back then, he's super hungry to do stuff, and I can totally understand why.
It's so important that I have someone who understands 100% of what I'm doing and knows how to get me closer to my dreams.
As a young alpinist, I learned everything through hard work, failure, doing a lot of mistakes, and taking some crazy risks. And I wish that there would have been somebody to take me by the hand and tell me that certain things are really not a great idea. That's why once per year I'm organizing the Altitude Academy, where we have workshops, classes, and some real learning lessons on expedition, on a 5,000er, 6,000er or 7,000er. That's where I will show you the ropes, teach high altitude skills, build self-sufficiency. In a way, I wished I had it when I was starting out. There's nothing nicer to see the transition, the transformation of people building skill. Just let me know if you want to join us for the next class on 15th of July.